Okay. Just gonna. Okay. Just gonna alert Twitter and whatnot, and then we'll get into it. Okay. Now that should be fine. Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and those of us who know better. I am a most foolish gold, but you can call me Pyrite. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so we had a problem where last I did a stream like 3 weeks ago at this point. I know it's a long time ago, but I did a stream, and it turned out I hadn't actually switched on the thing. Sorry, not Corona, just, life. Anyway, I hadn't actually switched on the thing which, like, gives you a VOD of the stream afterwards. So, that was 2 hours just completely down the drain. But I'll give you a quick recap of what happened. So basically, off stream before the missing stream, I'd found a location which matches like what I wanted. The kind of mountain next to the ocean is what I was looking for. And I don't know if I explained why I wanted that in the first stream, but basically I want to make a little home in the mountain, and then have I? No, I don't have peaceful turned on. I thought I accidentally turned it on. Anyway, so I want to make like a little home in the in the mountain, so like literally in the cliff, and. Oh, hello. That's rude, sir. And then have, like, basically a stairway going down to the ocean itself, and then have like a village built out on the ocean, with so we're talking like an entirely artificial village. Because I like making problems for myself, apparently. So an entirely artificial village. I'm hopefully going to be populating it entirely with cured zombie villagers. And I did actually find a couple of cured zombie villagers during the last stream, which I put in boats, but I'm pretty sure they'll have despawned because I don't have name tags, which honestly, I keep seeing zombie villagers, and because, like, I know I'm going to be doing this no, for fuck's sake, I don't want to, like, I have keep inventory turned on and everything, but dying is an inconvenience, especially because I don't actually know where I am currently. Give me a sec. I'll actually just write these coordinates, fucking, I guess. Yeah, I've set up the home. That's the coordinates of the home. This book is basically serving as a replacement for any sort, because I can't be dealing with downloading mods right now because this computer is new, and she's being a bit of a bitch when it comes to downloading mods, so I'm not fucking around with them at this point, and I kind of want this to be an unmodded thing, so I don't have any sort of like waypoint thing. So this book is functioning for that. Anyway, cave. So yeah, because I keep seeing zombie villagers, and I know I'm going to create this artificial village, which, fingers crossed, is going to be populated entirely by cured zombie villagers. I might have to boat over some, like, regular villagers at some point. I have to find a village, but I keep finding villagers anyway, so it's fine. I keep just, putting them in boats and being like, hey, yeah, it's a zombie villager, I need these, and then, completely forgetting the fact that I don't actually have name tags to stop them despawning. So I'm pretty sure when I go back home there's going to be a couple of empty boats near my home. So that's going to be fun. God damn it. Sorry, I'm not used to this keyboard. It, as I said, new laptop, things are in slightly different places, which keeps tripping me the fuck up. Anyway. So off stream I found this location. I did use creative mode just to fly around, just because, like, literally it is 4,000 blocks away from spawn. And so I was doing it for like a while. So I just went into creative mode to speed up the process. I swear I didn't cheat anything in. I know I've got like an inventory full of shit. I promise I got all of these legitimately. Anyway, there's actually like a strip mine in my home currently, which is where I got most of this stuff. I don't exactly know what I'm going to do with all this redstone, but it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, Anyway, so that's what happened before the stream, and then on the stream, what I basically did was just kind of, for fuck's sake, I don't want to be here. I'm gonna go back to the house. I'm going back home. I'll come back here when I need more resources. Where is the way out? I think this actually might be partially in my strip mine, question mark? Oh god, what's this? Anyway. So basically I just built the start of the house. I'm not happy with it in its current state. It looks very ugly. I have some plans to fix at least some of that. Oh yeah, this is my strip mine. Oh, actually, while we go back, we are going to follow the Phils of Minecraft screed, and we are going to mine out the top block. It's good. We're living life. Yeah, I have a bunch of stone pickaxes because I literally, when I built the house, I built like a staircase, because it's in the cliff, so I built like the entryway, and then like a bedroom, and then there's another room which is going to be storage and furnaces, basically. We're gonna light this up a bit better because I don't like it. Which is going to be like storage and furnaces, and I think it's this one. Yeah, so this is the staircase down into the thing. So it's coming off the back, and while I was doing this, because I obviously I needed more resources, I found like literally these like 11 diamonds. I think I found like a couple of those in like the cave that I was just in, but like a bunch of these were in just the strip mine, and at that point I only had stone tools because I managed to find diamonds before I found iron, which was, an experience, I guess. But yeah, so this is the house. As you can see, very ugly bedroom. I am going to fix this. I do like the birch and the spruce. I like the contrast. If you don't, I guess that's your problem. This staircase is going to end up looking like a lot more official rather than just I built a hole in the back of my house, but that's for a later time because that's going to take resources, and I don't want to do resources right now. So this is going to be This is going to be the actual. There's going to be chests and furnaces, because currently I've got this situation happening. Oh yay, I've got some iron. Wonderful. Anyway. Oh, I'm gonna smelt. So basically yeah, and this is the entrance. I don't think I like it. I'm probably going to change it. I might change this door to a spruce door. Just, again, for that contrast stuff. Because I like contrast. So, plan for today is basically... Because I did do some resource mining off stream, like between the missing stream and this stream. But... yeah, this stream, basically what I want to do is fix this room, make this room, and do some terraforming, because I kind of want there to be kind of like a bump out here. So I kind of want there to be like a little bump and like a staircase down to where the village is going to be. I don't think I'm going to start building the village yet, just because it's going to take a long time. And I'm torn, and the thing about the village is I'm kind of torn about what materials to make it out of. So, currently just going to get some of this. Yeah, I'm kind of torn about what materials to make it out of, because the thing is, obviously, if I want it to match my house, we're talking spruce and birch. But there's this world I made like back when the Nether update first came out, where instead of I hope it's a helmet I'm missing. It is. I'm a genius. These are gonna break. That sucks. So basically, back when the Nether update came out, I saw the crimson wood and the... Where am I going? I need to go up for wood. I saw the, like, crimson wood and the warped wood, and I went, oh, this purplish stuff and this greenish stuff would look great on the water. So I was going to say I had, because I went through and deleted, like, all of my worlds, which I do just periodically just delete all my worlds. It's probably not a great practice, but the thing is, otherwise I will just end up with about 5 different worlds, all just with various different things that I don't like need, you know. So yeah, so sorry, just checking broadcast stuff. So yeah, so I periodically just go through and delete them all. So I deleted the fucking village. It was only partially built anyway, because again, I have a habit of starting projects and then just like not finishing them. Hopefully streaming this will hold me accountable. Don't know if it's gonna work, but you know, it might. I'm very aware that there's a birch forest over there. So I don't need to be planting them here, but like I'd have to walk over there, and I don't particularly want to, you know? But yeah, so I do have kind of in the back of my mind, like, maybe I want to build it out of nether woods, because I know they're nether woods, but they look cool on the water, I promise. But I'm not entirely sure that's a good idea, because like I said, then it wouldn't match the house, and I don't know. It's just, I'm not entirely sure how unnatural I want it to look, you know? I kind of want to go for that, like, natural vibe, and, you know, Netherwood doesn't really do that. But, you know, I might. So yeah, that's pretty much all that happened last stream. I did, like, as far as things I talked about, I literally just, like, complained about university for like an hour. It probably was not good listening. I'm kind of glad it got deleted. Anyway, so yeah, so my like topics for discussion. Oh, there's an enderman down there. I'm not gonna try and kill it because it might kill me. So as far as like topics for today, basically what I was thinking is gender, necromancy, and bugs. These are pretty much entirely unrelated topics. They're just what's been on my mind for the past, like, 3 weeks. In varying quantities, of course. Necromancy was kind of at the start, and then it's been, like, gender's just a undercurrent to everything I fucking do. But yeah, so then, and then, like, Bugs is very recent. We're gonna fix this fucking room. I was literally like in bed thinking about this room and how to fix it. So we're going to start by bringing in all the walls one block. That's gonna be fun. But yeah, so gender, necromancy, and bugs, which sounds like one of my fucking module titles, but it's not. Unfortunately, I would take that module in a fucking heartbeat. So anyway. So basically, gender is basically just going to be me talking about my gender for however long it takes. So, the thing about my gender is that I don't entirely have words for it. Like, I'd say the best word I have for my gender is not girl, which isn't exactly descriptive in the slightest, but it is kind of accurate, because like it's not male. I like the thing is like it's my gender is non-binary, right? But like when you get more specific, it's not girl, you know. So yeah, so basically it's not girl because, like, it's not a guy, but it's definitely not a guy. But it's also not quite girl either. Sorry, this is like the worst fucking talk on gender. I don't even know what I'm saying, you know? Don't need that in my hotbar. Don't need that in my hotbar either. Okay. Is this room still square? I think it might not be square. Oh, it doesn't fucking matter, does it? Anyway. Yeah, this cave, it's nothing. There's literally, like, nothing there. It's a tiny cave. I mined any resources that were in it. There were terrible resources in it. There was, like, nothing. But anyway, so, gender. Not girl. Or very much not guy, but definitely not girl either. And so the fun thing about my gender is that because you might be able to tell from my fucking voice, but because I am easily mistaken for a girl, instead of being like, hey, I want strangers online to perceive me as nothing, I want strangers online to incorrectly perceive me as male, is the thing. Like, I want to be like, fucking playing on Hypixel, and people to mistakenly assume I'm a guy, and I should have mined the wood from the ceiling, god damn it. Sorry, this is just resource saving. Because I don't care about stone, but I do care about wood. Anyway. So I want strangers online to incorrectly perceive me as male, which is the fucking stupidest gender identity to have. And the thing is, like, with pronouns, is that, like, I'm using they them, and I like they them. But like, if you know me personally, like if you're friends with me, or if you're family with me, if you're my family, you get to use she, her, and that is not an invitation for people who aren't already friends with me, and you people, you know who you are, to go, oh well, she said that family can use she, her. We're friends and family. It's not. You're not. Like, boundaries between creator and audience and whatnot aside, just don't. What was I going to do with it? Oh yeah, I was going to do... That's wrong. So yeah, so basically the upshot is, use they, them. If you see someone using she, her, maybe don't yell at them, because maybe yell at them, but like, if it's someone I'm close to, they have permission, you know? They have word of God to use that. Stairs, I feel like I should have checked here first. I do have some stairs. But yeah, so that's like gender, I guess. That was also like the worst explanation of my gender I've ever given. But you know, I don't generally explain my gender. I should make... Yeah, I think this room needs to be wider. Give me a sec. Move the bed back. Does that help at all? Not sure. Not sure at all. So yeah, moving on to topic number 2, necromancy. Now, this is pretty much... This is an example of my brain fucking just working in mysterious ways, because basically what happened is I saw a post talking about, like, the death of someone's, like, grandmother or something, saying that, like, that a historical figure's grave... I can't remember which historical figure. Actually, that's a lie. I'm just not going to say which historical figure. Saying that, like, the grave of a historical figure should have been shot to make sure the guy was dead, as kind of like a disparaging, oh, he better stay dead kind of thing. And my brain went, hey, what if, like, what happens if you accidentally bury an important, like, political person alive? Like, what happens if, like, the Queen accidentally gets buried alive, you know? Yeah, okay, this is better. I think I'm gonna put paintings here and here. Maybe here too. I might put a couple chests in here. Don't have any chests in here. Now I'm gonna have to make chests. Wonderful. Love that for me. Anyway, so yeah, so there was that post, and then my brain went, okay, so what if a historical figure accidentally gets buried alive? And then it went, hey, in a world with necromancy, which was just, you know, one of those leaps which you do sometimes for God knows why. So yeah, so in a world with necromancy, what if you just resurrect your leaders, you know? Like, what if you just resurrect them anytime they die? Like, if you've got a kingdom and Oh, for fuck's sake. If you've got a kingdom, and then, like, your king dies, what if you just resurrected the fucker? So then we went down a spiral. So, basically, I now have this concept. Yeah, it's 3 high. I basically now have this concept kicking around in my head that I'm going to do nothing with, of a kingdom, or like a world, I guess, where like necromancy is very much real. It's very well known that it's real, and people actually want to become necromancers, because instead of like that whole thing where it's just like one necromancer off in some cave somewhere fucking shit up for everyone, you know, it's instead, oh, we've got a court-appointed necromancer who, when the next fucking king dies, is just going to resurrect the king, because that's the job. That's what you do if you're a necromancer. You go get hired by a king to resurrect them every time they die. And then you could have stuff where, like, you've got a kingdom where they've had the same kings pretty much since it was founded. Like, the king that's on the throne is the same king that conquered the place in the fucking first place, because they've just they've just been necromanced a fuck ton of times. And there will probably be like a lot of shit where it's like, okay, so the king died, we were gonna resurrect him, but the corpse has gone missing because someone didn't want him resurrected, you know? I think it would be interesting to have that kind of thing. But, I want it here. Here's the edge of the house. I think I might do those. I think I might do these pillars, but like without these stairs in all of the rooms. I'm thinking like later we're going to have some rooms like coming off here or whatever. Once I make this into like an actual staircase, whenever that'll be. Anyway, so yeah, so I think it would be interesting to have that kind of thing where it's like, okay, so the king is dead, long live literally the exact same king. For fuck's sake. However, wait, is there a however? Is there a however? I don't know if there's a however to this statement. I say however a lot. So I just assumed I'd be saying however. Fuck. Wait, did I relight? Yeah, I did relight. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, that's basically the necromancy. I don't know if you heard that I just got startled by the post getting delivered. Anyway. So yeah, so that's the necromancy concept. Yeah, the idea is basically, yeah, so you have these kingdoms, and like some of them have necromancy all the time. Like maybe some of them they could have necromancy if they wanted to, but they view the practice as like immoral for this, that, or the other reason. Like they think, oh well, you shouldn't be resurrecting people because it goes against like the whims of a god or whatever. Or like you gotta have the natural order of things, and and the natural order of things is that guy died, so he's dead now. But also I feel like that would be like the boring route to take, you know? Like if you're gonna have a thing with necromancy, go whole hog. Have fucking necromancy. God damn it, it's already night. I'm just gonna get shot by thing. Yeah, see, I think I left a... Yeah, there's a zombie villager over there. Unname tagged, because I don't have name tags. I don't know if I'm going to get to the terraforming bit I don't think I'm going to do terraforming. I think what I'm going to do is try and find a village to, like, get name tags. That sounds like a plan. Anyway. I kind of want this to be dirt. Like, this is going to either end up being, like, a little garden here, or it's going to be, like, a wooden platform to the staircase. See, I kind of should have made it a bit further up, so I could do this, because, like, when I was, like, planning what I was going to do with the terraforming, I had this vision of just, like, this, like, bulge that kind of, like, trails down, but like, actually logging in, I'm realizing this is a lot further down the cliff than I thought it was. Whatever, I'll work with it. This does not look good currently. I do want to build this out a bit more, like I said, because I want to build it out before I start going down, because I don't really want anything in, like, this bit of the ocean. I want it to be more out in this area. Yeah, that's my villager. You're gonna be great, sweetie, if you don't despawn as soon as I go searching for name tags. But anyway, so yeah, so I think it would be kind of, like, boring if you just went with the whole, oh, well, necromancy's real, and there are, like, a bunch of kingdoms that do necromancy, but my kingdom, we think that's immoral. We think that's immoral, and we're not going to do necromancy. Like, because at that point, like, why bother having necromancy be this kind of, like, normalized thing in a bunch of countries, you know? Anyway, not really the point. Honestly, this location is fucking terrible. I'm realizing this. It's going to be absolutely terrible whenever I want to do anything. Like, we've got a desert, a tiny bit of mountain, and then, like, actual land over there. Oh dear god, if I need a plains biome, I'm going to die. But anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we fucking get to it, won't we, I guess? We do at least have sheep. We do at least have sheep. That is a resource that we have, and we're going to use at some point, because I am going to, like, fucking kill the Ender Dragon at some point, and I want good gear before I get to that. So honestly, this is the thing I do where, like, I do ignore the fact that I was just pickaxing that tree, where instead of, like, progressing the game like a normal person, or, like, speedrunning it or whatever, I basically, like, get absolute maxed gear and then go and fight the Ender Dragon, if at all, because I'm really bad with bows and arrows. I'm really bad at aiming them. I don't know what it is. I'm just bad at it. I mean, I don't have much experience with bows and arrows in real life, but I've fucking shot a gun before at a gun range. It was with school. It was like an air rifle, but I was decent at it, so I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, not really the point. So yeah, I should clarify. I say it was at school. The school has, like, this little gun range because there's this, like, program which has, like, something to do with the army, I think. I don't know. I didn't actually sign up to the program, but we had this, like, day where we were all where they were trying to recruit for the thing, where we did, like, a bunch of the activities that they do on the actual thing, and one of those was, hey, oh, for fuck's sake, snow's terrible, by the way. Snow is terrible. It hides the fact that I'm trying to plant on stone. Where is some grass? Where is some grass? Where is some grass? Mantids are terrible, I've decided. But yeah, point is, I was not shooting at people. I was shooting at a target in a place that was specifically designed to safely shoot at targets. Don't get the wrong idea. Anyway, So yeah, so necromancy. So yeah, I do like the idea of like having a situation where, because I imagine like there'd be some sort of priority. So you've got the king, the like reigning king, who's top of the priority list for resurrections, and then you've got the heirs and like the queen. If you've got or like queen versus king, depending on what you've got, you know. Ignore the fact that I can't fucking jump things properly. Anyway, so yeah, so and then you'd have like a bunch of nobles who also probably get resurrected a bunch. This is not enough wood. I need like a proper wood farm for this. I'm sure there's some sort of design I could find and copy. But I'm not going to go look for one right now, you know? But yeah, so I like to imagine that a big part of getting rid of political rivals and stuff is having them assassinated and then like paying off the necromancers or like smuggling the body away or whatever, so that whatever necromantic ritual needs to take place can't take place. You know, I'm gonna smelt like a stack of cobble so that I can like terraform a bit. Anyway, not the point, not the point, not the point. So yeah, I like to imagine like some noble frantically smuggling a corpse out of like whoever's chambers, just being like, nope, it's fine. We're not getting this guy resurrected. It's fine. They're dead. Oh no, the body went missing. Oh, how could this have happened to my dearest political rival? Oh, how terrible, you know? That kind of thing. And I did have this thought of like, if obviously, you know, this is predicated on the like assumption that you need the body in order to resurrect someone, which I don't know. If you want to do necromancy in a weird way, you can do necromancy in a weird way, and not need a body. But like, I don't know why you wouldn't. It would make like logical sense to need a body. Give me a second. My throat's drying up. Yeah, and I just knocked my mic. Wonderful, love it. Okay, so yeah. So like a situation where like maybe like the prince dies when he's like a baby, and then you could have a thing where like a nursemaid or something, like who like a peasant woman who works in the palace or something. How many blocks is that? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Basically like replaces the prince with her own son. So like you have a situation where like the actual prince is dead, but everyone thinks they're alive because this peasant woman just snuck in her own child as a replacement. And like, I'm not condemning the peasant woman in this situation, you have to understand. I just think it would be narratively interesting to have a situation where like the heir is not actually the heir, and especially if you've got a world where like magic like necromancy is real, because I assume having an heir who isn't actually like the heir would have some sort of effect on like any magics to do with it. So like if there's some sort of familial magic that needs to happen, would this heir like be able to do it? So yeah, it's a concept that intrigues me. and that I thought about a bunch. Like 3 weeks ago. I swear I had more thoughts on it about 3 weeks ago. And then I just didn't stream. I didn't stream for like a variety of reasons. Not least of which is the reason why I'm streaming at this totally inaccessible time, which is that like my family is very chill with pretty much everything that we do. Like we get on well. We're a nice, happy fucking family, you know? But that doesn't change the fact that it is absolutely fucking mortifying to go to your father who loves you very much and go, "Hey, can you and my brother be really quiet for like 2 hours so I can stream Minecraft?" It's just I know it's like nothing to be ashamed of or whatever, and they're supportive and whatnot. It's just I am a fundamentally awkward and anxious person, and I hate it. So currently what's happening is that because of different COVID restrictions, I'm in university whereas my brother's still in school. Schools have gone back to in-person teaching here in Britain. Well, here in England. I don't know how they're doing in Wales. So like unis have not, or at least my uni has not gone back to in-person teaching, and I am thus at home instead of in my uni accommodation because I got trapped here. I mean, I say trapped. I'm very willingly here. I honestly kind of prefer being here to being in my uni accommodation. It's just I'm more comfortable around my family than I am around the people in my uni accommodation. It's nothing against them. They're absolutely lovely people and I get on with them really well. It's just, you know, I've known them for less than a year and I am a fundamentally awkward and anxious person, you know? So I like being back here, but so like I say stuck, but it's more just because basically I came back for winter break because like that's what you do over winter break, and I wanted to be with like my family over the holidays and stuff, and also like partially just honestly like okay, so practicality reasons as well, because first off, I hate that this is a thing that I care about now, but the laundry facilities at the uni are fucking expensive as hell. Like, it's $2.50 a wash, which is frankly ridiculous. And that's like without using the dryers, because A, the dryers, I have it on good authority, don't work, and B, I was not willing to spend I wasn't willing to spend like £5 per wash just to have them dry at the end, when I could instead just hang all my clothes all over the fucking room. I have this little Highland cow figurine, which is made out of metal and thus quite sturdy, which I was literally hanging 2 of my masks on the horns of, just to dry them out. Not the point, but you know, so I wanted to use, like, I wanted to, like, get my laundry done at a non-exorbitant price of nothing, because it's, you know, oh, for fuck's sake, there's another zombie villager! God damn it. I don't have the name tags for this. If that creeper blows me up, I'm going to scream. Oh, for fuck's sake. How is this axe already on such low durability? I say, harvesting trees to hell and back. But yeah, so I came back for winter break, and then there was going to be this, like, in January, there was this whole thing of like, okay, so you're gonna come back after this date, and you're gonna get a couple tests done. Like, it was basically, you're gonna get a test done, and then you're gonna get another test done several days later, so that we know you're not infected, and you're going to quarantine for like 2 weeks. Blah 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 blah. But then between them saying like, hey, you're gonna come back at this time, and the time actually rolling around, Wales basically entered another lockdown. So yeah, Wales entered another lockdown, and then England entered another lockdown, and England. I think England's currently still in lockdown. I don't actually know because I spoiler alert, the fucking Minecraft streamer doesn't actually go outside much, you know? Like, I see a lot of people, like, complaining about like, the restrictions and stuff. It genuinely has not affected my lifestyle much at all. I'll be honest. I'm going out pretty much the exact same amount as I was before, which is to say fuck all. But yeah. So, yeah, I came back over holidays and then, oh, look, you gotta stay there for several months. And I know it's, like, really bad for a lot of people, because, like, a lot of people have really bad home lives. But for me, it's fine, because I have a good home life. You know? I should not be doing this at night. There's just monsters everywhere. Just absolutely fucking everywhere. For fuck's sake, get off. Go away. Don't hit me with a shovel, you piece of shit. Anyway. What was I even talking about before I started talking about going home for the holidays? Jesus Christ. I've got a fucking great memory on me, I do. Get rid of the rock flash, pick up pumpkin. I don't know why I need pumpkins, but something tells me I do. Just something deep within my soul says, get the pumpkins. Anywho. So yeah, so I came back. And... oh yeah, I was talking about the time I'm streaming, because I'm great at conversation. Yeah, so basically, so like my family is out. What? Did I see like a fucking gold apple breaking thing? Whatever. Anyway. So yeah, so like because of different COVID restrictions, my dad's out at work because he is a gardener. I promise he's not in contact with people. It's fine. He's fine to be doing work in person. I promise. And my brother at school, which I am kind of worried about because, you know, it's in-person teaching. You know, in this climate, like, I know they're doing, like, rigorous testing and whatnot. But also I don't trust that. Because, like, he went into school perfectly healthy, and then literally the day after his first, like, thing, the day after, like, he first went back, he had a cold. So I do not trust the precautions to protect us from COVID, you know? But the point is, I am at home because unis are not in person, and they are both out. So I have this, like, window of time from, like, noon to about 3 where they are out and I am awake. I mean, obviously, like, I'm waking up for lessons, so, like, I started the stream at 1 because I had a lesson at noon. But... and, like, I have a couple of, like, 9 a.m. lessons, which are just the absolute fucking worst. Like, one of the subjects I like, fucking Ancestral Voices, have a 9 a.m. lesson for, and it's terrible. I have on multiple occasions just for that, because that seminar, because Ancestral Voices, it's like, well, it was medieval. It's medieval to Shakespeare. I'm way more interested in the medieval stuff than the Shakespeare stuff, to be honest. But anyway, like when it was medieval, we've moved on to Shakespeare now. I hate it. I feel less smart when it's Shakespeare, because with medieval, a lot of thing about like analyzing medieval literature is just like knowing how to read it, is just like being able to read the text, which I can do because like my family is just nerds all the fucking way down. Sir, why are you not burning? Thank you. So like I learned to read really early because it was instilled, because like the idea that reading is good and great was instilled in me really early on. So I learnt to read really early on because I wanted... Don't kill my sheep, you son of a bitch. That's so rude, isn't it? Look at this sheep. So rude. What can I drop? I don't really need this, actually. I don't need this mutton. But yeah, so I learned how to read like really early on. Which meant that when I was really young, I was reading Shakespeare because, like I said, nerds all the way down. I got taught how to read, and then a bunch of the books in our house are things like Shakespeare. So it was just like, okay, so you've learnt how to read. Well, here's some books. It's Shakespeare. Ta-da! I want to get more stone because I have fuck ton of stone, and also because I want to fill in this gap. And the thing about filling in gaps in Minecraft is it always takes way more blocks than it should. But yeah, so because I can read Shakespeare pretty well, and so I can read Middle English, which is like what we were studying. See, Stacking didn't even fucking fill the hole. I swear to God, I can't fucking hate. So because I can read Shakespeare pretty well, I can read Middle English a lot easier than a lot of people. Like, I can't read Middle English well by any means. Like, who can, really? But I can read it better than a lot of people in my class could. So it was when we were doing Middle English, it felt like I felt like way more confident in my knowledge of the subject and stuff, because as I said, a big part of studying medieval texts is being able to read the thing. Like, it seems obvious, but like, being able to read the text is really important. That sounds so condescending. Just like, yeah, no, of course it's really fucking important, isn't it? But yeah, so like it's a really big part of it. And we can just dump that in there. Hey, okay. So yeah, but also it's like, God, what's the word? Understanding the context as well. So and like, I understand a lot. I like know a lot of the context like right off the bat, just because, again, nerds all the fucking way down. My dad literally studied medieval history, because he's a giant fucking nerd. We're all nerds in this household. So he studied medieval history. It's like his thing, basically. There isn't in the middle of this room, is there? Fuck. go with that. So he studied medieval history. So I've spent my entire life being drip fed medieval context, which is very useful when you start studying medieval literature, because while all your classmates are being like, hey, what the fuck, why are these people doing this, that, or the other, you're just sat there like, well, obviously it's because blah. And obviously it's you don't be that dickish about it, because that helps no one. But it's still the general vibe. It's very much like, okay, so they're doing this because, this context, which I already know, haha. I'm gonna have to organize this at some. We're gonna put a furnace there, furnace there, furnaces. If you put a furnace above a chest, does it stop you? Things about Minecraft that I can never fucking remember. Nope. Cool. Good to know now before I start putting furnaces above things. I think I'm gonna put... do I like having the crafting table there? Or do I want it to be in the middle here? I think I want the crafting table to be in the middle there. Doop doo. So basically, back when it was the medieval literature thing, those 9 a.m. seminars were really weird for me, mentally, because I'd be half asleep, but because... oh, for fuck's sake, my pickaxe broke. I'd be half asleep, but because it's a subject I was interested in, because it's, it's medieval literature. Medieval literature makes me fucking hype for reasons that are beyond me, honestly. Let's organise the inventory a little bit. I don't have 3 slots open. I'm just gonna shove that in there for the moment, so I get 3 slots open. I can always just remind this, don't worry. I don't know why I said don't worry. You're gonna be panicking here, just like, they're smelting their stone! Ugh. Anyway. I'm gonna have to signpost these, fuck. The laborious process of sorting your stuff. Okay, so stone. I'm gonna make more chests right now. I might put... Can you open chests when there's barrels above them? I can never remember how to make a barrel. Anyway. So 9 a.m. lectures, 9 a.m. seminars, absolutely terrible. Because I'd be I'd be there half asleep, and then the professor would ask something about I don't know, fucking the how a woman is presented, or the way because one of the texts we study has Greek gods in it. Actually they have Roman gods, but it has these Roman gods in it for plot reasons. So he'd mention okay, so what did we think of the presentation of Diana in this one? And I'd just be like, well, so it's weird that the author chose Diana because this, that, and the other, and it was just a fucking experience, because I'd be there lying half asleep, and then he'd mention something and my brain would just kick in and then I'd have to be awake for the entire time, and it was very terrible because I don't like being awake. I have never felt rested in my goddamn life. Okay, so we're going to do valuables, stone, dirt, wood. That's not wood. That's wood. Farming, I guess. That's wood. Misc. Dirt and gravel can go in the same fucking chest. You can go in the valuables. You can go in the valuables. Yeah, this can be like mob jobs. Is there anything else I can... I can go in there. I can go there. Let's organise my inventory better. I need to get the wood out because I need to make more chests. Living life. I can remember controls. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Do. So yeah, that's been my experience with like 9 a.m. classes. But the thing is, like, now I just have suffering at 9 a.m. in 9 a.m. classes because it's literally just me lying there trying my best to stay the fuck awake. But yeah. I don't know if I'd recommend uni, honestly. We're having a time of it. I've got like two assignments that I'm kind of meant to be doing, but the thing is, like, I have extensions on them now because, the deadline for one of them was like Monday and the deadline for the other one was, I think, today. Or it might have been like, yeah, I think, actually it might have been like, what the deadline for one of them was like Wednesday. But the point is they were like 3 days apart, and one of them's Ancestral Voices and one of them's Contemporary Writing. And the Ancestral Voices one, it's just, the executive dysfunction, it fucking kicked in. It fucking kicked in. It wasn't working. I wasn't writing anything for it. I just didn't do it. We'll organise the internals of this chest at some point. I promise. We'll do that, like, in a bit. Where am I putting coal? We'll put it there for the moment. Actually, we're just going to shove everything that's in our inventory currently in this chest. But yeah, so like I have 2 extensions because the Ancestral Voices one, it's just, the executive dysfunction, it went, no, you're not doing this, so I didn't. And then it got to like 2 days before the deadline, and I was like, oh shit, it's 2 days before the deadline. So I emailed the like guy who's in, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, cool. So like I emailed the guy who's in charge of deadlines and was like, hey, well, he's in charge of extensions. He's actually like our year tutor or something, I don't know. And was like, hey, could I get an extension on this and also the next assignment? Because like at that point I knew I wasn't going to get the Contemporary Writing one done either. Because the thing about Contemporary Writing is that it fucking sucks. Okay, so we're studying like, they're theoretically good texts, like, 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 we're studying like, they're the they're theoretically good texts, don't get me wrong. I'm sure they're great. They're wonderful pieces of literature. Except the thing is, for me, they're just written in a way that I can't deal with. I don't like contemporary writing. I don't know what it is. But any novel which is like genre contemporary literature, it just does not gel with me. Yeah, I'm gonna use birch signs, fuck it. Do I have sticks anywhere? Oh, chest. I do have some sticks. Wonderful. Is there anything? Okay, so we're just gonna dump this is going to be like building stuff. Where's my stone? There's my stone. So I was saying words and now I'm not. What words were I saying? So yeah, the contemporary writing, that's the fucker. They're theoretically good texts, don't get me wrong. I'm sure they say a lot about like life and the world and whatnot. But the road is like this. It is this really, really, really I need to make the signs right now. How many signs do I need to make? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can do maths. 4 times 4 is 16. Anyway. Oh, that's awkward. What's 16 divided by 3? Fuck. Oh, I'm gonna have 2 signs left over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. That's so awkward. Why am I doing? Okay. Okay, so this is stone. For fuck's sake. There's nothing in there currently. Valuables. I think I'm actually going to move the redstone and lapis out of here. This can be lapis, and it's going to be enchanting is what this chest is going to be. I'm probably going to, whenever I make an actual enchanting room, this chest is going to like be reassigned, because I'm going to move the enchanting stuff into the enchanting room like an organised person. But yeah. So yeah, like I'm sure the road says like a lot about society or whatever. Except I'm separating out the redstone because I always end up with so much fucking redstone that it would take up like the entire fucking valuables chest. So yeah, that's my reasoning for that. This is mob drops. That goes in there. That goes in there. That goes in there. I really am just staring at my inventory trying to figure out what the fuck is a mob drop and what's not. Oh, I'm living life. Okay, you're gonna go in there, you're gonna go in there, you're gonna go in there, you're gonna go in there. This is wood. That's nothing, that's nothing. Dirt and gravel. We're gonna use an ampersand. If I can find where the ampersand is on this fucking keyboard, thank you. Okay, so yeah, so I'm sure the road says like a lot about humanity or whatever, but the thing about it is it's fucking depressing. It's an apocalyptic novel, and like we're currently like living through an apocalypse pretty much. It's just it feels bad. it feels real bad when you're studying it in this climate. Like and like, even aside from it just feeling bad in this current climate, it also, like, it just, the way it's written, I hate. It does this thing where, like, it fucks around with grammar and stuff, which artistically, sure, whatever, you're showing, like, your artistic flourishes or whatever. But it makes me want to murder the fucking writer, is what it does. Like, I'm sure it has deep meaning, but I hate it so fucking much, you know? Wee. Where's our mist going to be? Because I need somewhere to put these two. And dandelion can go. We're going to change this. This is going to be plants. This is going to be food. Right, this is going to be meat. So this is that. Used to come out of it. This comes out of it. You can tell I'm great with labeling things. Farming. What's a good word for, like, livestock? Livestock is the word. Farming, livestock. What's the word? Agriculture. Is agriculture the word? Hold up. Agriculture just might be a word for farming. While I Google it, I'm just going to take a drink of water. Because it turns out if you talk for like 2 hours, well, like an hour and a half currently, but your throat dries up. What does agriculture mean? Yeah, no, it's plants and livestock. Fuck. Farming plants, I guess. Oh, actually, I have a better idea. There we go. Flora and fauna. And then we'll have a tools chest, I guess. This can be our tools chest. Tools. One of these with building materials. Aha, that's building materials. That's gonna go in here. It's gonna go. Building. We'll do internal sorting in a second, I promise. Is there any way I can categorize these other than misc? Let's see if we can spell miscellaneous. Give me a sec to fact check that one. Oh, God. I'm doing well today. I'm doing so well. Nope. See, I thought that wasn't an E here, but I wasn't sure. Perfect. Okay. What else are we going to get at various points? We've got tools, stone, building, dirt and sand, miscellaneous, wood, fauna, flora, mob drops, redstone, enchanting, valuables. I think I'll leave those for the moment. We'll assign them when we need to, I guess. That there. Okay. Let's just grab everything from that. Let's sort my inventory out again. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna dump. Already forgotten where everything is. Okay. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about bugs. So bugs. The thing about bugs. So basically, I'm writing this thing, and if you're following my Twitter, you might have seen me talk a bit about it. But the thing is, basically, I'm writing this thing, and in this thing, I have inserted myself as a deity, because there's already a bunch of deities. I promise I'm not going like Mary Sue with it. So I've inserted myself as a deity, and while I was like, okay, so what kind of deity do I want to be? Well, I based my skin, like this color scheme, the like red and the purple bit. That's like I dropped from. Oh, my boots are broken. Oh, that's what that was. Okay, that wasn't. I just saw that when that creeper exploded, I saw like a flash of gold, and I was like, is someone eating a golden apple? No, it was my boots breaking. Wonderful, love it. Love that for me. But yeah. So I based the color scheme off the Endermite. So I was like, okay, well I based that off an Endermite. So what if I'm just making sure everything's organized, which it's not. I promise I will use the diamonds to make something at some point. I promise I'm not going to be stupid about this. I'm going to make, like, diamond gear at some point. Just not right now. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put this bucket in tools. And we're gonna actually make another fucking axe, because this one's like out of durability already. But anyway. Bugs. So I was like, okay, so I've based my like aesthetic here off an Endermite. With the like, obviously with some fucking artistic license taken in, because obviously I wasn't going to like just make it an Endermite. Ooh. We're gonna make shears. And then we're gonna pick up any wool. Because we need. I want some paintings here and here, And I might actually, like, do something similar to this room in here. Just so it looks a bit less empty. Like, actually, let's just do some proof of concept. So yeah, so basically, I've based this like off an endermite. So I was like, hey, okay, so what if bugs? What if God of bugs? What about that? And I was like, okay, cool. But because the way that deities work in the universe that I've created, you're a deity of like a larger domain, which then and then you have your own like smaller specific domain. So basically what we've got is like I'm a deity of nature, but the specific domain is bugs, and then like even more specific, it's like I was like, okay, so deity of bugs, but I want it even more specific than just bugs. So I picked a handful of bugs. Now, obviously, I picked endermite, given that that's how this whole fucking thing started. Fucking, why am I always like one stair short? This is fucking homophobic. Anyway. That was a joke, by the way, if any moderators are watching me. Anyway. So yeah. Cool. This staircase is gonna look so fucking whack when I build it. But yeah, I want paintings like here as well. This looks slightly cozier. Anyway. Just gonna put that along there for the moment. That was a knock at the door. I'm gonna be quiet and hope they go away. Okay, I think it was a postman. Okay, sorry. I really don't want to deal with anyone. Oh, fuck. Okay, that could be a problem. Have they gone away? I'm not sure if they've gone away yet. I'm sorry, this is really terrible audio. I really don't want to answer the door. How are you still alive, sir? No, okay, so we're gonna go that way, because I think that's the way I came from. And I know that there was villages when I was searching for this place. So yeah, so I made myself into a bug deity. And I was like, okay, so large domain nature, slightly smaller domain bugs, and then I went, okay, so even smaller domain, because I don't want it to just be like bugs, all bugs, just all of them. For the record, when I'm saying bugs, I mean both insects and arachnids. I'm basically talking pretty much most invertebrates. So like we are including like crabs and stuff, but my domain isn't specifically crabs. I basically wanted it to be like insects and arachnids as like bugs. Because creepy crawlies. I didn't pick spiders though because I am scared of spiders. I wasn't really up for that. I should have brought a boat. That's what I should have done. Should have brought a boat, but I didn't because I'm an idiot. So I guess we're just going. No, we're not going to swim. There's trees right here. Hello trees, give me a boat. But yeah, so I decided to pick like a handful of bugs which would be like my specific domain. So we've got Endermite for like obvious reasons. And then I also went for centipedes because I think they're neat. Woodlice because like honestly woodlice are probably my favorite insect, which is a fun sentence to say, but they're very cute. Have you seen a woodlouse? It's just, I mean, you might be calling them like pill bugs or something, but they're cute as hell. They're just little blobs. I love them. Let's see. So endermites, pill bugs, fucking pill bugs, woodlice, and centipedes. And then I decided to throw in scorpions for good measure because I was like, yeah, 3 seems like a little bit of a small domain. It seems like a little bit too few. I want some variety in here. I want some spice. I know I'll add some scorpions because again, like I said, I wanted it to be like arachnids as well, and scorpions are arachnids. They're very fun. So I was like, okay, so we'll have that. And then like later I was doing world building and I was like, I wonder why, because I'd done a bit of I did like a little bit of like looking into like endermites as a mob as they function in Minecraft, and I was like, I wonder why endermen attack endermites. I want there to be like a reason for that rather than just the developers decided they would, you know? Is that I'm not really going to use Frostwalker, but I guess I'll take it. Can use string. I'm going to make wool out of that. Do I want gold horse armor? Ooh, mending book. Thank you. So I wanted there to be like Infinity is going to be useful when I eventually do fight the fucking Ender Dragon, because as I said, I'm really bad with a bow and arrow. I'm going to be hitting like maybe 1 out of every fucking 15 shots. I'm very terrible. So I'm going to need that. Where's my... there it is. Wood out of the hotbar. Cool. Cool. So yeah, so I picked these creatures, and I was like, okay, so I want there to be a reason that Endermen attack Endermites, because I don't want to go near that. Don't want to go near that. Don't want to go near that. It's bad times. So I wanted there to be a reason that Endermen attack Endermites, which is partially because with this story, in a totally not weird way, I fucking promise, it's about Minecraft YouTubers. So, which is part of why I inserted myself, because it's called self-indulgence. And a bunch of them are deities in this, and a bunch of them aren't deities in this. So, because it's about Minecraft streamers, I say Minecraft, they're streamers. No one uses fucking YouTube anymore. I hate it. But yeah, so like, because it's about streamers, fucking Rambo's involved, and he's got the whole Enderman shtick. And because I was like, oh, Endermites for me. Oh no, I've got a problem because Endermen attack Endermites. Uh-oh. So I wanted there to be a reason that Endermen attack Endermites, rather than just having a weird situation where it's like, oh, well, he just does. Yeah. Don't know what you want from me, they just do. Sorry, these are for paintings. I don't have any... Does bone meal dye well anymore? Because I think it's just the white dye, and I don't think bone meal is white dye anymore. No, thank you, sir. Anyway, yeah, like I wanted there to be a reason, so I was like, okay, so why would an Enderman want to attack a Endermite? Well, what if it's like a fucking evolutionary type thing? So like, let's say that Endermites, because mites in real life are like parasitic-ish. They're not like proper parasites, but they're like, they're not great. So let's say, okay, so they do something. Endermites, like, in the same way that like a bee mite is dangerous to a bee, an endermite is dangerous to an enderman. So why would that be? Well, let's have a thing. Well, okay, let's say that ender pearls are like the organ in an enderman which allows them to teleport, and that's why like when you kill an enderman and you get the ender pearls, you can use the ender pearls to teleport. So let's say that's true. And the reason that sometimes when you throw an ender pearl, an endermite will spawn, is because endermites lay their eggs in ender pearls. And so it's like, okay, so endermites lay their eggs in ender pearls. This is obviously painful for an enderman, especially if the endermite then hatches. So like they have this evolutionary instinct to kill endermites, because obviously that's a dangerous thing, because if and to build on them, it's not just painful, maybe like when they hatch, that, because like this is based on this bit is based on like some, I think there's a wasp or something that does this, where like it lays its eggs in an animal, and then when the eggs hatch, they eat that animal as their first meal. It's really gross, but it's nature. So like, okay, so maybe endermites eat endermen, like they that's their first meal, and then they go on to eat other stuff, or like maybe they don't eat at all. Maybe they just have like one meal, and then they go lay their eggs in another enderman, and then they die. Like maybe that's the life cycle of an endermite. So then I had this world building, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. That it makes sense why an enderman would attack an endermite if this is the case, and it makes sense why an endermite can come out of an ender pearl. Cool, I've done it. And then I realized that out of like the I don't want that really. We'll take that, I guess. Cool, thanks. So like, yeah, okay, so yeah, this makes sense. And then I realized, like, oh shit, I'm now in a situation where, in my fun self-indulgence time, I have given myself a domain of a dangerous arachnid which a bunch of people fear because it can sting you. 2 creatures, centipedes and woodlice, which are involved in, the decay process. And centipedes, like, I like them, but a lot of people are scared of them, and like I'm pretty sure they can bite or something. I'm not entirely sure. I just like how I just like their aesthetic. I'll be honest with you. I like creepy crawlies aesthetics a lot, except for spiders. I don't know why not spiders, but no spiders, thanks. But yeah, so I've got two insects which are heavily involved in the decay process, and also now a creature which I have given the law of being a terrible, horrible, carnivorous parasite. So, whoops. Like, I was sat there like, yeah, this is going to be fun, I'm going to be nice to myself, I'm going to give myself a fun domain, and then I've given myself, like, the most horrible domain that makes it, like, if I handed this to a therapist, it was like, hey, here's my self-insert. They are a deity of these horrible, horrible creatures. I'm certain that that a therapist would like look at that and be like, "Are you okay? Are you sure this is what you want to do? Do you want to switch domains to be nicer to yourself?" Like, the thing is, like, I can't even be depressed about it or anything because it's just fucking funny. Oh, for fuck's sake! Why did I do the fucks? No! No! Fuck! Get out of my way. Out of my way. So yeah, I've managed to give myself just like the fucking worst domain possible. Oh my god, how have I done this? Ugh. Life. But yeah, I am having fun. I do genuinely like these insects, and I've got this fun. I'm having like the time of my fucking life while building this. It's very fun to do. Honestly, 10 out of 10 would recommend just like, honestly, while building at all, but if there's something like Minecraft where there's some established stuff already that you can base stuff off, but then like adding something in like I've done with deities, like, oh, you've got the established lore, but then here's some extra bits which you can have complete control over, and then also find ways to like fit it into the existing lore and adapt the existing lore and fill in blanks. It's very fun. Like, I'm now just going to talk about what I've done with my own character, because I don't really want to talk about what I've done with the others, because, like, reasons. So basically what I've done with myself is, so there are two types of deity. There's born deities and there's created deities, and there isn't actually, like, a difference in how they function. It's just a slight difference in, like, kind of how they view themselves and how they interact with things, like, on a personal, like, emotional level, rather than any sort of, like, functional mechanical level, you know? So most deities are created, like, they'll be immortal, and I say mortal, not human, because, there's a lot of, like, non-human people. Like, non-humans are just a thing that exist. So, like, I've got, like, Rambo is part Enderman, you know? So, like, yeah. So, mortal. So, like, most deities, they started off mortal, and then something happened, and they became a deity. I think in my notes I've described it as, like, you go through a transformation and you get, like, consumed by your domain. So, like, fire deities generally have, like, a kind of phoenix moment where where like they get like literally burnt up and then they're reborn as a deity. But for things like they're also like mind deities and like life and death deities and stuff, and it can be very different depending on the domain. You'll have like a different kind of transformation process. So you have like nature deities who like inhale, who like spend so much time in nature that their lungs get filled with seeds and pollen, and plants grow in them grow like into their being from the inside out and stuff. It's like it's a weird mix of like grotesque and poetic. Ooh, village, perfect. What I was looking for. Anyway. So yeah, so that's created deities, but there are also like a handful of like born deities who are just like that. There was a need and something had to fill it, so they were born into that role. So I've made myself a born deity because I felt like it. Self-indulgence, baby. That is this is a weird fucking farm. I'm not sure about this colour scheme, mate. Anyway, let's raid this village. What the fuck is this house? What the fuck is that house? I should sleep in this village. It's not like I don't have coordinates. Sorry, baby villager. Oh, for fuck's sake. You can hit me through this. Well, my respawn point's set and I'm not even asleep. Wonderful. Cool, gonna sleep now, thank you. Life. I know there's more efficient ways to kill things. Don't at me like this. Just gonna get that on my hotbar. Hello. See ya. But like, basically, what Pyrite the character is... Oh, that sucks. That fucking sucks, my guy. It's a fucking terrible trade. It is basically this hive mind of like the 4 insects which I've picked. I'm never gonna use a fletching table. For fuck's sake. If I need a fletching table, I'll fucking make one. Ooh, compass. Ooh, bread. That thing I'm short of, you know. Yeah. So it's like they're a hive mind of like the 4 bugs. Except like they've also got this humanoid exoskeleton thing. Like they have this exoskeleton of this like insecty humany thing, which is again, it's because I felt like it. You can dump that and that and that. Is there anything else I want to... yeah, orange terracotta. Who needs orange terracotta? Where did I even pick that up? Oh, from the temple. That's where I picked it up. I don't need that dirt. So we're going to put that in that corner. Inventory management. Love it. You'll love to fucking see it. Yeah. Seal all these hay bales because I might as well. But yeah, so it's this hive mind, and it's kind of inhabiting this exoskeleton. So like they can die. It's just they don't tend to, like, that if they take enough damage, they'll kind of collapse, and the exoskeleton itself will be, like, unusable, but they kind of just regenerate. Like, they die, but it doesn't stick, is the way I described it in my notes, I think. It's fun. It's fun. I'm having a time. Hello, sir. Terrible deal, sir. Oh my god. How can your deals get more terrible than that? Fuck. What even is the workstation for a leather worker? I don't even know. Never needed to know. Look at that. See, the idea is like a kind of true hive mind, because like, oh, I don't like your flash. I think it's not clerics that give you. I should have brought my lecterns. Fuck. It's not clerics that give you name tags, right? I'm just gonna check that before I break this brewing set. I'm good at Minecraft, I promise. No, I don't. I'm really bad at it. Minecraft name tag. But yeah, so like they think of themselves. I never know. My pronouns. I don't know why I don't know how to conjugate them. But yeah, so like they think of themselves as an individual, even though they are this hive mind, even though they're like lots and lots of different individual creatures. They refer to themselves as an individual and think of themselves as an individual. So instead of being like, oh, we, I mean, they do use we, but that's because I use we a lot for myself, in like the royal we kind of sense. I don't know why I do it. I just do. But yeah, give me a second. Minecraft, tell me where I can get them. Fuck. Anyway. Name tag trade. Fuck. So yeah. They think of themselves as an individual. And fuck. Yes, I know how to use a fucking name tag. Come on. Librarians, not clerics. Haha. Mine. Because I totally need more brewing stands, because I'm doing oh so much brewing. Anyway. Do we have any hello? Is there a lectern in this village? Because I don't want to have to make one. I can't even remember how to make one. I might not be able to make one with the stuff I have on hand. Ah, you are a nitwit. You are a fisherman. This is a useless house. What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, so the idea is like a true hive mind. Because I feel like a lot of hive minds in like literature tend to be like, there is a lectern. We're going to take it, and we're going to go approach every villager with the lectern, and we're going to trap one of them. Hello, sir. Oh, yours was a barrel. Oh, cool. Actually, could you come back in here, sir? So I'm just going to break that, and I'm going to put a lectern down here. Yes, sir? Sir? Could you come in here, please? Sir, please. Please, sir. Come back here. I want you to come in here, sir. Sir? Sir, please. Please. Oh, for fuck's sake. God. Put that door back, I guess. Oh, terrible turns. Thank you. Please. Sorry, I don't want to be like having to trap it out there, you know? I want to just trap it in a house. Okay, I'm literally just going to follow this guy until nightfall. I'm actually going to use that, fuck. Anyway, yeah. So basically, like, a lot of hive minds in like literature tend to be like it's not strict. I wouldn't strictly call it like wrong for a hive mind to have like one kind of central leader, because like obviously that is how like real life hives work, like with when it's like fucking, what's the word, when it's like a bee or something, obviously like that is how it works. But when they're just like, yes, this is a hive mind, this is an entire colony of things working like with like linked consciousness and something, and then there is just like one creature that controls all of it. It just feels like it's not really a hive mind. Like that's just a bunch of different minds serving an overall mind, you know? So basically I wanted to do a thing where it's like, okay, so these all actually are, they all think of themselves as the same creature, even though they're like demonstrably not. You know? We're just going to drop those sticks for a second, and we're going to place the crafting table, and we will remember to pick that up, definitely. And now we've got to find where people have gone. Wonderful. You are the nitwit. There is no one in here. So yeah, so like the kind, that's not the guy. Leave bed. No, you're a cartographer. One in here. I'm just gonna leave open the ones which I've already been in, just so I know not to check them again. One in here. Hey, Iron Golem. I have a present for you. It's called a zombie. Have you heard of them? Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, the thing is like that this hive mind. That this hive mind that kind of uses this exoskeleton as the hive itself. So like they live in it. That's where they return to. They spend most of their time in it, and they kind of puppet it like it's a We're actually going to just... Oh, for fuck's sake! I hate everything. Okay. I have decided that life is pain. This is my executive decision on the matter. Thank you for your consideration. Okay, well, we're gonna have to break some workstations, I guess. Hello, sir. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, they kind of inhabit this. The exoskeleton is functioning as the hive itself, and all of the various insects. These are terrible ideas. But you know, sticks for emeralds is decent. It'll at least give me some more emeralds to work with when I get my fucking librarian. Yeah, and then like if enough insects die, then the character kind of dies. If the hive itself sustains enough damage, they kind of just like collapse. Ugh. I have a feeling this is going to take me like a while, so I think I'm just going to do this. It's gonna look like such a scam if I do it off stream. Anyway, I'm kind of out of things to talk about anyway though, so I'm gonna like find the guy off stream. I won't like get the stuff off stream, but I'll like trap a guy and stuff off stream. Okay. This is the compromise. Okay. I will talk to you at some point. Maybe Monday. I don't know. Actually, but I don't think that works on Mondays. Maybe Tuesday. We'll see. Okay.